As promised, we're joined right now by a safety for the LA Rams, a Super Bowl champion, a 5-time All-Pro, a 6-time Pro Bowl selection, a member of the 2010s All-Decade team, an All-American, and a 2-time Conference Defensive Player of the Year at Utah, the 37th pick in the '07 draft. Good friend of the program. He is Eric Weddle. Eric, you have had a day and a half to think about it and sleep on it. How does it feel, Eric, to hear Eric Weddle, Super Bowl champion?
Man, it's still. Thanks for having me on. First of all, love the show. Been always had my back for the longest, so I appreciate you. And man, the dream was dead 5 weeks ago, and to be able to stand here and say I'm a Super Bowl champ is. When I say it's hard to fathom, it truly is.
Listen, Eric, I appreciate you coming on the show. I appreciate you and the relationship. And yes, I've had your back because I've got nothing but respect and admiration for you. I definitely want to talk to you about the postseason. I want to talk to you about the game. But like you said, 5 weeks ago, the dream was dead. So exactly what happened 5 weeks ago, and how was that dream revived?
Shoot, you get a call. You get a call from Raheem asking to come out of retirement, and thinking he's crazy for the idea, and then you mull it over and go through the rounds of making sure and seeing if this is a possibility or not. And at the end of the day, man, it was a second chance at life, a second chance at a dream to join this squad again and lace them up one last time, man. Who gets that opportunity? Who gets that chance? Not many people, especially guys that had been retired and moved on. So at the end of the day, I couldn't live with the regret of not taking that chance and seeing if I could do it, and took it, ran with it, and now a Super Bowl champ, man. It's crazy.
You are a Super Bowl champ. So, Eric, you're out there, and you battled your entire career to get to the Super Bowl, and then you retire before you get there, and I think you were content. Like, it would have been great, of course, to have that ring, but you had left everything out there. You could not have done any more to get more out of your career than you did, but then you get that second opportunity. What emotions were you feeling as you ran onto that field for the Super Bowl on Sunday? What was that like? What was going through you?
Man, it was very focused, very I try to stay cool, calm, and collected when I'm playing, how I play, how I act. So I wasn't really into all the fiasco, the Super Bowl, the shows, the celebrities, all this other crap. Like, literally, it was like so much over the top. Like, are we the show or is everyone else the show? Like, hey, can we just get to the game and the 2.5-minute timeouts between every series? Like, we just wanted to play, and when the game was being played, there was no better feeling. And I was in my element, in my zone, just trying to do whatever it took to get a win. And we battled, man. This team mentally tough, never wavered, just kept believing. And shoot, when we got that ball back to Matt late in the game, we knew he was going to go score, and it was going to be on us to steal that game and to be on the field to win that Super Bowl. Was incredible.
Eric Weddle, Super Bowl champion, my guest. I thought what you just said, Eric, at the very top of that was so interesting, that the Super Bowl, in a lot of ways, can be about everything except football, and you have to compartmentalize, and you've got to focus. Early in the game, you talked about mental toughness, but early in the game, you suffered a torn pectoral. I mean, it sounds pretty horrible. What did that feel like, and then how were you able to gut through and play 61 snaps? It was clear you were out there on one arm.
Yeah, man, it was like nothing I had felt before. Obviously, I never torn a pec. I've separated shoulders, stingers, AC, all those stuff. And this one, when it happened in the first quarter, I was like, oh man, this is something's up, right? Something's up. And then later in the drive, I ended up hitting Mixon on that little quick flat route. And I got up and I was like, oh my gosh, something is really, really wrong. So I came to the sideline and I was like, hey guys, like, I think something's wrong with my shoulder or my pec. And they checked it and they're like, yeah, it's definitely torn. Like, it's not there. And I'm like, all right, well, let's just harness this up. Like, what can we do? I'm not leaving this game. Like, I've been waiting for this moment for my entire life. Like, I'm not going to come out. I could still run. I could still make the checks. And so, man, I just didn't want to be not on that field. So I pushed the pain aside and figured I'll worry about the damage when the game is over with. And it was well worth it. Surgery set for Friday, and I'm a Super Bowl champ now, so it don't matter.
Incredible. Eric Weddle is joining us. Incredible. Like, Eric, people are not supposed to do what you just did. They're not supposed to get up off a couch without playing for full regular seasons and not just win a Super Bowl, but be a vital piece of that win. How do you explain that? How did you do that?
Man, I love challenges. I love proving people wrong. And I knew everyone, I got off social media 2 years ago, and it was the best thing I ever did. And I would tell every young guy to do the same thing, especially at this level. But, everyone thought we were crazy. Who thinks of doing something like this? And honestly, I just know deep down that I'm one of the most mentally toughest guys in this world. And when I got on the phone with Chanel after I called Raheem, telling her what was going on, she said, "Babe, if anyone can do it, you can." And when I heard that, it really just gave me the confidence. Like, she's right. Like, I can do this. Like, I could do something that's never been done before. And to help this team, whatever the role was, like, this was a week-to-week deal. Like, this wasn't, hey, we're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl and you're going to, no, this was, hey, we need you for 10 to 15 snaps, Arizona, and hopefully we win, and we'll see what happens from there. That was the only thing. It was a day-to-day mindset of making up for 2 years, working out, rehab and treatment, eating. I'd never worked so hard and worked more in the last 5 weeks than ever in my entire career, because I had to make up for lost time, and I wanted to make the most of this opportunity. And mind over matter, man. And the mind is powerful when you decide and you commit and give your whole heart to it. And hopefully people can see that an opportunity comes walking along that you're going to take advantage of, and you're ready for your op and to go make the most of it.
Dude, that's such a powerful message. I hope people are listening to that very carefully, and that's not lost on them. That's a really powerful message that you never know when you're going to get that quote op, and you want to make sure you take advantage of it. I mean, just so we're clear on this, that torn pectoral, that's generally a season-ending injury, right? I mean, you need surgery. That should have ended any other season, and you were out there playing with it, right?
Yeah. I mean, if this was the NFC Championship game and we were getting rid of the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be able to play. So, I mean, it's a season ending. Just so happens that I don't have a game next week, and it doesn't really matter. So it didn't matter how much pain I was in. There wasn't much more damage I could do to it. It's just if you can do what you need to do as a player. And, like, if it was a different position, like if I was an old lineman, I couldn't do it, right? Catching a football, like a receiver, running it. Like, it just so happened that I play a position where if I can manage it, right, and make sure I'm tackling with my left arm and not being a total liability out there, which I wasn't, then of course you just gotta push the pain out, right? It's irrelevant in the moment, right? I've been able to deal with pain over the course of my career because I could block it out. I just say, it doesn't matter in the moment. The job's not done. I got to go do this. I got a job to do for my teammates. I got to get the call out. I got to make the calls and get guys lined up, and let's go. So I don't know how I did it. Rewatching that game, it's pretty wild, but man, it was totally worth it. I'd do it all over again in a heartbeat to win that Super Bowl, and that's what we did.
Eric, I've always been fascinated really quickly about that mentality, that mental toughness, the job not done. I just got to block it out. I just got to get through it. I mean, is this something that only comes from playing the game from an early age and building that and learning that from a young age and applying that year after year after year after year? Or did you come to this later in your career? Like, where does that mentality come from?
I think it definitely has been learned. I've been playing tackle football since I was, 9 years old, 8 years old. So you learn what you can deal with, what you can't, what you can push through, what you can't. Is it a serious injury where you can't? I always felt like as long as I could run, I'm playing through any injury. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, as long as I can run and cut and do those things and cover guys, then I'll be fine. I can handle and deal with the rest. And I've been fortunate enough that I never had a lower leg injury that affected me. But I'm telling you, the mind, you commit and you decide to do something, your mind's going to follow and follow suit. And man, it's just incredible to be a Super Bowl champ and to be a part of this team and to be in the history books for the rest of our lives. We were the team to bring an NFL championship back to the city of LA. I mean, that's just incredible.
No doubt. And your career, as great as it was, you thought had ended without a world championship, and then you got a chance to rewrite the ending of it. Like you could add another chapter, which is absolutely amazing. So what now, Eric? You get cut on, you take care of that, you go back to being dad, you're going to coach your kids' team. Where do you go from here?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Surgery Friday. 3-4 months, get the arm, shoulder, pec back to normal, and get ready to coach my son's 14U team. We got a championship to defend. And then if I'm fortunate enough, maybe coach them in high school. And, just be there for my girls. Don't miss anything. I do want to still stay connected to the league somehow, whether it's scouting or helping out with, still being connected with the coaches and whatnot. And who knows, after my kids are out of high school, see where the world takes me, whether it's back in the league or not. But football will always be a part of my life, I can tell you that.
We forgot one thing. Also get fitted for a ring, so that's going to happen too.
No doubt. Ring time, baby.
Ring time, baby. E-dub, Eric Weddle. Eric, I appreciate you, man. I'm so happy for you. Nobody deserved it more and work for it like that, man. Congratulations to you. Appreciate you, the friendship, the relationship, and thanks so much for coming on today to share your story.
Thanks a lot, Rome. It means a lot. Super Bowl champ, baby. Always and forever. Woo!
Always and forever.